Hi everyone, and welcome to episode, I want to say 17 of Inside Heidi's Mind. If not, it's 16, forgive me. But I wanted to hop on here quick. I just got done at my practicum site counseling elementary students, and we had a couple guidance lessons. It went well, but throughout this semester, it's just been interesting. I've already had a day where I honestly just needed a mental health break and I wasn't able to focus at work, and I just struggled. I didn't go to the counseling elementary students for practicum. I ended up doing a fire safety check for student lodging, and I didn't want to do anything but sleep. During class, I had so many thoughts going through my head during our discussion, and I think I realized that I have anxiety. So everything makes sense now, if that's the case. But I wanted to come on here and basically just share a few minutes about how a lot of people hear about your goals and dreams and they tell you, do it while you're young, or don't worry about that yet. You're young. You have so much life ahead of you. And I just want to make a point. There was another girl in my hometown this week who was found dead. And I hate to say it because it's somebody that I knew, again. And she was 16 years old. And not only that, literally in the same day, there was a bus not far from where I am now with 30 students and teachers that got in a severe accident. And some of them are still hospitalized. And it just goes to show that any day something can happen to you. So when you go and tell someone, when they're talking about their dreams and their goals and things they need to do or things they want to do, that they can wait because they have life ahead of them and that's not important right now and it shouldn't be important to them, please consider what you're saying. Because I find it amazing when people have the drive to reach their goals at a young age, to do these things at a young age, because you're worth it and you don't know how much time that you're blessed with on earth. And listening and hearing about all these young people getting injured and knowing that it happens probably every day around the world, and young people dying, it just makes me realize and makes me want to raise awareness that life is precious and that you shouldn't take it for granted, but you should work hard towards your goals. Not to the extent where you have so much anxiety you can't enjoy life, but to the extent where just because you're young doesn't mean that you have to have the energy to reach those things. Just because you're young doesn't mean that you have to wait. Why wait if you have the drive and the supplies you need to reach them? Work hard and get there. Surround yourself with the right people. There have been a lot of things that have gone through my mind this week, and it's been a struggle. And I want you to also know, besides this note, that every counselor needs a counselor. It's important that we talk to people because of the things we hear. We cannot express what we hear because of confidentiality. Like, we can't say details about it. But it's important that we talk to someone because our mental health is important too. And if we don't take care of our mental health, we're unable to take care of others' mental health, and it just goes in a big circle. And I'll never forget how one person specifically was always like, why do you need a counselor? You're going to school for counseling. There shouldn't be anything wrong with you. What problems do you have? And if you have problems, how are you going to be a counselor? Hearing that hurts. And not only that, everybody has something that they're going through. So make it important to reach out and talk to someone about the things you're going through. You don't have to broadcast it. You don't have to tell multiple people. But make it important to take care of yourself too. And I like how I'm talking about this when I'm the one that needs to work on the self-care. I've been adjusting so many schedules to try to get into a routine to even sleep more than 3 hours a night. In which lately I've been getting 5 to 6. So we're not doing bad there. Could be even better. But we're improving. And I definitely need more in order to focus and take in information, but make sure that you talk to people. And I know this one's a bit shorter, But I just wanted to come on here and say that nobody's ever too young for a goal. Nobody's ever too young to start something. And just because you're young doesn't mean that you supposedly have the energy to do all these things. It is mentally exhausting to work 4 jobs and be in graduate school full time, to even work 2 or 3 jobs and be in graduate school full time. Like, I'm not saying it to brag, I'm not saying it to complain, but what I am saying is people always tell me, oh, you can do it because you're young. Please take that back. Please. I'm young, but just because I'm young doesn't mean I have to wear myself so thin that I have a mental breakdown and have a day where I cannot focus on one thing. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you all surround yourself with positive people who are going to lift you up rather than throw you down. Know who you can go to, know your worth, and know how far you're coming along on the goals that you set at the beginning of this year, because you have a few months left of 2021. Thank you for watching Inside Heidi's Mind, and I hope to see you on the next episode.